Shot at close range or stabbed to death, pro-Syrian government militias are accused of carrying out another massacre in an opposition village in Hama. 78 people are butchered in the village of Quber, half of them women and children. The government claims terrorists are responsible. The opposition asks, where's the UN? Hello, welcome to GMT. I'm Zeinab Badawi. Also coming up in this programme, as Europe weighs up a Spain bank bailout, the Spanish government manages to buy more time by raising €2 billion in loans. And one novel solution for new homes in Tokyo, where building space is very scarce.
Space is incredibly expensive and scarce here. The solution? Think small.
It's midday here in London, 7 in the morning in Washington and 2 in the afternoon in Syria, where opposition activists say pro-government forces there have killed at least 78 civilians. But let's get more on this. Aaron Heselhurst has joined me here in the studio with the business and financial news. So the pressure, it seems, is piling up on Angela Merkel. David Cameron going there, saying to her, Germany, got to act now. What exactly is it that David Cameron and other leaders want her to do, and why is she resisting it?
Well, first of all, in a nutshell, what they want is they want no more waiting, they don't want any more talking, they don't want any more summits. They want an immediate plan on the table right now. Is a healthy UK.
Thanks very much indeed, Aaron
Thanks,
Heselhurst, with that news there about the Bank of England. No change on interest rates. Still to come here on GMT. Spain manages to borrow more than €2 billion on the bond markets, but it's had to pay a high price. We'll assess whether the country can still rescue its economy by itself. We're live in Madrid. Now, in America, food gourmets in California have been embarking on a foie gras eating binge before California becomes the first state in the US to ban the delicacy. Foie gras is produced by force-feeding ducks and geese in order to fatten their livers. Some animal welfare groups say the practice is cruel and unfair. More on this from Janie Mitchell. Now, American drug enforcement agents have arrested 33 people in a big operation at Puerto Rico's main international airport. Federal agents arrested airline workers and others suspected of belonging to 2 drug organizations based in the US Caribbean territory. You're watching GMT from BBC World News with me, Zeinab Badawi, and these are our top headlines. A new civilian massacre in Syria. UN observer teams are on their way to a village in the province of Hama. And Spain has managed to borrow more than $2.6 billion on the bond markets, although the interest rate it had to offer has risen. Well, let's have more on the banking crisis in Spain and efforts to tackle it both within the country and perhaps at EU level. The Spanish government has in the past couple of hours or so managed to borrow around €2 billion on the bond markets, although the interest rate it had to offer has risen. And this comes only days after Spain said it was finding it impossible to access any funds because of the prohibitively high borrowing costs being demanded of it. Well, my colleague John Sopel is in Puerto del Sol in the heart of Madrid. So, John, perhaps a silver lining then for the Spanish? Roland Burke there. Very cosy and compact, wasn't it? Reminder now of our top story in GMT. In the last hour, the US Secretary of State Hillary Clinton has condemned the latest massacre of civilians in Syria and blamed the government of President Assad for the killings. That's it for the moment on GMT. From me, Zeinab Badawi, and the team. Goodbye.
Funding was made possible by